Hi guys, Muzika ukhulelwa Sibiya, who is accused number one in the Mayua case, right? It has been said that at some point, this guy, they were sitting somewhere at Basutino hostel at Fosloras. He bought a new phone, and there were girls that came over to visit. So now his phone just got stolen, and the guy, the guy asked these people or these girls, "Where is my phone?" And these girls were like, "We don't know your phone." And then, guys, it has been said that while there was that there was that commotion as to where's my phone, where's my phone, and then this guy got his firearm, and then one of the girl, to a point that they said that girl, one bullet missed the heart by inches, right? And they said after that, after shooting that girl, look, who was later, whose life was later saved in the hospital, it was then revealed that the bullet missed the heart by inches, right? So after that commotion, the phone was found within this girl. So meaning the girls did steal the phone. Then there was a reconciliation, and the family then tried to talk to the family of the girl, and then to say that they shouldn't open a case against Muzika Sibiya. Fast forward, it has been said that the same thing of Muzika Sibiya, Papa, his girlfriend. You know why? They said the girlfriend was saying, "Listen, I'm going to tell the police that you are involved in the Meyiwa case." So I want us to go deeper here and just break down everything that might take a twist in the Meyiwa case, right? We don't know if really the issue was about Senzo Meiwa or it was just about people being in conflict and accused number one being in possession of a firearm. We don't know. But what now is being faced as something that it happened as a result of this guy trying by all means not to, or this guy was trying to kill the girl because the girl was going to tell the police about his involvement in the Meyiwa case. And so the reason I am speaking of it that way, it is simply because there are things that are mysterious in this case, things that you just leave you wondering as to, is this thing really, really, really happening? How true, or where is the truth in this and this and that? As we have seen in how things transpired in court, we also have seen how things transpired in this YouTube channel where we have seen people watching these videos without being subscribed, and it has marveled a lot of people, including me, to say, wait a minute, why are these people not subscribing? Because to subscribe, it is free. To like the video, it is free. To comment in the comment section below, it is free of charge. To watch the ads, it is free. To watch the video until the end, it is free. To share this video, it is free of charge. So if all these things are free of charge, yet these people are not subscribed, it left a lot of people marveled and say, Bongana, but you are giving them value by doing all this research. Why are they not returning the favor? I'm still surprised too, right? To those that have listened, there's a join button just next to subscribe. Click that join, become a member of this YouTube channel. There's also a thanks button. You can donate to the channel from as little as 40 rand. It's a once-off thing, right? The reason you need to do it is because I am on the journey to raise as much money as possible so that I can buy proper equipment. And I keep making an example about the fact that the camera that I'm looking for, camera that is going to give me proper quality, is 64,000 rand. And I need three of them. I need a minimum of three of them. So we need to work hard to raise this money. So you can contribute towards that just by donating, just by clicking the join, becoming a member of this YouTube channel, just by watching the ads. That's how you can financially donate to this YouTube channel. Now, let me get into this one. This is Yeah, this is one of the case that it's a bit tough against accused number two being Muzika Ukulelwa Sibiya, right? There was an article that was published on the 22nd of November 2022 by Solima Pumulo. He then wrote the following in the article. One of the suspects in the matter case of Bafana Bafana Captain Senzo Meyiwa is facing two attempted murder charges. He then goes on to say, Muzika Ukulelwa Sibiya was under heavy police guard, made a brief appearance at the Vosloorus Magistrate Court this week, which was, remember that I said the article was released on the 22nd of November 2022. So when he says this week, he's referring to the week of the 22nd or the week prior to that. Now he said the following. Last month, Sibiya, Bongani, Sandison Tanzi, Mtobisi Prince Mncube, Mthokoziseni Zipho Zonke, Mapisa, and Fisokuhle Nkani Ntuli were charged for the matter of Senzo Meyiwa. Then he continues to say, the football star was gunned down on the 26th of October 2014 at Kelly Kumalo's house in Vosloorus. Right. Okay, guys. I also want to talk about the following. Right. I also want to talk about. The following. There is an article that was released which detailed that there is a suspect who died, right? And the police were saying, nah, the death of this, not a suspect, sorry guys, there was a witness who died. And the reason I am also confusing the suspect and the witnesses is because there is a video that by the time we are watching this video, it's just a previous video that I've released. So from this video, just go back one video back. Then you'll it talks about the hitman confessing, right? In that video, I speak about the fact that there is a man who is supposedly a suspect in this case who participated in the murder of Senzo Meyiwa also died. I don't know if you now notice, because we didn't know about all of that until such an article, and I was like, wait a minute, but again, now we know that there is a witness who died, and there's another witness. Not to mention the wife of Vincent Love, right? And Love himself. This witness is also different than that, right? So it's a bit hectic in that case. It's a bit hectic in that case. A lot is actually happening in that case, right? But yeah, it's fine. Let's continue. During the court appearance on Monday, Sibiya, who was 34 in 2020, he was 24 in 21. Let me see. In 2020, he was 34, Sibiya. So in 2023, he's 37, 36, around that. Yeah. So then the article continues to say, Sibiya 34, who was represented by his lawyer, kept his eyes on the ground and sharply looked at the court gallery. Sibiya is accused of allegedly shooting Ntombe Ndaba. Let me repeat this one. Sibiya is accused of allegedly shooting Ntombe Ndaba. He allegedly shot Ndaba 25 times in a fit of range in 2015 at Basutwini Hostel. One of the bullets hit her in the chest and narrowly missed her heart. Insider said a group of girls had came to the hostel for a visit. Sibiya had just brought a new cell phone. When he realized he had the cell phone had gone missing, he questioned the people who were in the house and allegedly sprayed the bullet into Ndaba. She was rushed to the hospital where she was treated. During the commotion, his cell phone was then discovered. First of all, there are things that I think we need to talk about. The article, by the way, is not yet over, but there are things that I think we need to address here. I also want to look at things from a feminist point of view. Here's a problem, right? Here, a lot of people will say, yeah, you shouldn't have shot a girl, as if it is okay to shoot a man, right? This thing, you can't shoot a woman. Wait a minute. Is it okay then to shoot a man? You can this thing. You know, the thing is, a lot of people these days they don't know, or they don't hear themselves what they are saying. We are in this thing of look at the battle of gender, the battle of supremacy, who's better than who, and all the stuff. Even when we are seeking justice, we want to portray that killing a woman is a worse sin than killing a man. That's basically this. That's what we are subconsciously saying. For the fact that we are saying, you killed a woman, you almost killed a woman. Okay, if that was happened, would that have happened to a man? What are we going to say? You killed a man. You know what I'm saying? Come on, guys. We see this hypocrisy here. We see this hypocrisy. That's why a lot of these theories, when they are preaching it, it doesn't come from the Bible, because the Bible doesn't care about gender. It cares about human beings. If we want to deal with things, let's stop this thing of promoting gender supremacy, but let's deal with it as it is. Let's deal with matter as matter. Let's deal with it that way. That's why I don't support this thing of, how you have done this to a woman. To me, everyone matters. Men, women, and children, they matters. They matter to me. This thing of promoting the other one, making them superior than the other one, but you want me to participate in such. I don't participate in such. But you promote it. Look, even in your mouth, when you speak about it and say you have shot a human being, I intervene there. I can talk there, because it's about humans. It's not about supremacy. The number two thing that I've also seen here, it's that like, if it is true that this guy shot a person 25 times, I doubt it was just about cell phone. It's either the guy was that angry, or maybe like let's say, for instance, is Inkabi indeed, and they always say that these people bavugola uqunga. I don't know how to describe that in English, but if you have taken somebody's life, so it has been said that that thing, it stays in you. So sometimes when you get angry, or sometimes they say sometimes you feel like you want to take somebody's life because you have, you know what I'm saying, you have done it in the past, so it kind of like it lives with you. You just feel like you want to take somebody's life. Yeah, so that's why they call it iquma. So we can probably say he was suffering from that at that moment, to say if indeed, because I'm trying to find this. You've just lost a cell phone. It's not like you. I don't know. How? What type of a cell phone is that one? Is it an iPhone, the latest iPhone, which you would have probably bought at 20,000 rand? But even then, 25 bullet, guys. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't. It doesn't. 25 bullet. That definitely mean when are you meant to take that person's life over a cell phone? You know what I'm saying? So there's something that needs to be investigated, especially about the number of bullets and the motive behind the number of bullets that he pumped. He emptied a whole cartridge into that woman, and almost emptied the second one. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, because a cartridge most of the time will contain 15, sometimes it's 15 bullets in a cartridge. No, man. What is this thing? Hey, yeah, but usually that gun will carry up to 30 bullets. I forgot this thing. Oh man, that's the name in the firearm. What is this thing? I forgot. This thing that hold the bullets, and then you inject it into the firearm, and then when you start shooting, you're going to see the cartridge this side there, and on the 9mm, the one that Metro Police are using most of the time, the bullet will come out outside here. Even the one that SAPS are using, because those guns are two different types of gun. They carry two different types of gun. The cartridge will come out here. I forgot this thing where you insert the bullet. That thing, it usually carries about there is one that carries about 12 bullets, and there's one that carries about 15 to 16 bullets, right? 16 to, yeah, 16 to 16, 15 to 15 to 16 live ammunition. So he emptied one and almost emptied the other one. Yeah, but do you see what I'm trying to say? Yeah. Alright, guys, this guy was serious. Hey, this guy was serious. They said that, okay, according to the source, a doctor who treated Ndaba said it was a miracle that she survived. The doctor was in disbelief. He said he doesn't know how she survived that shooting incident because the bullet hit her in the chest and missed her heart by inches. Shortly after the shooting incident, the Sibiyas negotiated with the Ndabas, meaning Sibiya family and the Ndaba family negotiated, right? And it was agreed that she will be compensated if he did not open a case. After the money was collected, it was about 5,000 rand and was handed over to the Ndaba uncle. Sibiya is also facing another attempted murder charge for allegedly shooting Mfanelo Mbata. It was not immediately clear why Mbata had been shot at. Again, after Mbata was shot, Sibiya's family compensated the family with 5,000 rand. The case has been postponed to December 1st for further investigation. Now, when they said the case has been investigated for further investigation, it has been postponed to December. You must have noticed that I said the article was released on November 22nd. So when they say it is postponed to December, that means it's December 2020, to get a point. So now we need to know what happened in 2021, 2022, and 2023. What happened to that case? But also, Mbata is a guy, Sibiya is a guy that it doesn't buy the scalem. From what we are reading here, you betray Sibiya, he's gonna deal with you, but then his family is gonna compensate, is gonna negotiate with the other family and compensate. There is a problem. There is something to be said about this, right? There is really something that needs to be said about it. It can't be. Something is not right. If what we are reading about Sibiya or what we are hearing about Sibiya is true, number one, it will verify the fact that indeed he is an Inkabi. That's one. Number two, it will also mean that the family, they condone his behavior because at first he did it and they compensated the other family. At first, I would have understood maybe our child has done something incredibly wrong, right? And so it's our first time and maybe it was a mistake. Let's see how we solve this. He will not do it again. But then he does it again and the same thing happened. Then what is questionable now is actually character now. The character of the guy is now questionable to say, how and when are you going to stop? What will stop you from continuously dealing with people? Because now, if this guy continue to delete or continue to shoot at people and the family continue to compensate, that means the guy is untrustable. Look, the guy knows that my family is going to compensate everything that I'm going to do, or my family is going to clean up the mess that I'm going to create. So I might as well continue to create that mess. If this is to be proven to be true, really, but nevertheless, let's continue. Okay, remember that I've said that this was to be postponed until December then, right? After the family have also negotiated with the Mbatas to say, listen, let's compensate. And then 5,000 rand was given to them, but the case was then postponed for the 1st of December. Then another, now listen carefully again. A third incident happened. Another incident, Sibiya allegedly shot at a girlfriend in December 2014 after she threatened to blow the whistle on him about Meyiwa's murder. Sibiya had allegedly confined in her about his alleged involvement in Meyiwa's murder. Shortly after the incident, the families had a meeting, and it was agreed the Mbata family would be compensated. It was still police says we are still investigating this matter. We are still trying to find out what happened to this case, a source said. Right, Sibiya, who had been sought by police since last year for a charge of drug dealing, and was arrested in Tembisa on May 30th this year, which was in 2020. Right, he was also arrested in 2018 for drug dealing and was granted bail. Now, there's something that says a lot about Sibiya. You must look at the way he handled this whole thing. He shot at the girlfriend, the three people, right? Surprisingly, all these three people are women, right? That's the surprising part of it. And then what we are not going to say, he find women as an easy target. We are not going to say that. You know why? Because it has been alleged that he was involved in the Meyiwa case, right? So it means that these people happens to be. We happens to know about them. Maybe we happens to know about these four people. But if this can be proven as the truth, then it means that this guy has taken people's life even before. So we can't necessarily say it's a war against women. It's basically a war against humanity because he has taken both men and women's life, right? That's what I'm seeing. Number two, I'm seeing an unrepentant person who committed the first offense. There was a negotiation. Second offense, there was a negotiations by his family. Third offense, again. So I'm seeing an unrepentant person, a person that hasn't changed, a person that hasn't learned from his mistakes, but then we are waiting for this to be proven as truth. So far, you're going to have to take this with a pinch of salt and use the word allegedly, right? But then there's something that takes a dramatical twist, or drastical twist. It's this one. If you're looking at this microscopically and you're saying, wait a minute, in 2018 you were arrested and you were granted bails about in a case that was or in relation to drugs and all the stuff. So then you're asking yourself a question: when you then got arrested 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 20. So then when you get arrested, it was for the case of 2018, or it was a different case again, right? Because he was recently found guilty by the Tembisa Magistrate Court for that drug dealing case. Now I'm struggling to separate this, to say, is it the case that sent him that he was found guilty for, is it a case he committed in 2018, or it is a new case after that case? That's what I'm struggling to find. But again, then, if, say for instance, if the cases that are pending against him were to be proven as the truth, and then this case as well, the Meyiwa case, and then the drug case, then we can conclude easily so that you are a criminal of note. Like we have concluded with accused number 5, that you are a criminal of note because you've been arrested for taking people's lives. And from what I know, he is saving 6 life sentences, but I know that for a fact that it's more life sentences on that case. I've heard a person saying, no, it's not this many life sentences. I'm like, hey, but nah, you don't read. That guy was given many life sentences. If it's not three, four, five. It's about, but I think if I had very well, it's about 6 life sentences that the guy is serving. He's in prison for, right? And then I'm gonna release a video about AKA where Peggy Cele talks about it as well, how this guy has taken people's life. So I'm saying, it's so funny because then it profiles you, or your profile then fits the criteria that you are indeed a dangerous person, right? But yeah, it remains to be seen because even though accused number 5 is suspected of, look, his involvement is, look, he was involved in the allegedly in the Meiwa case. We haven't necessarily found an evidence that backed that up, right? To say, sure. This guy was involved beyond reasonable doubt. He was involved. We don't dispute the fact that he is a criminal. We don't dispute that. He's in jail, he has been convicted. So we can't even ashamedly say that. We can confidently say that he's a criminal because he's been found guilty by the court of law, right? Or criminal court. But let's continue then. Yeah, but the 1 year drug dealing in 2018, it really doesn't. Okay, they say that look, short after, look, Sibiya, who had been sought by police since last year for a charge of drug dealing, was arrested in Tembisa on May 30th this year. He was also arrested in 2018 for a drug dealing and was granted bail. He failed to appear in court on the next court date. His bail was subsequently cancelled and warrant of arrest was issued against him. Police had been looking for Sibiya in connection with the murder of Senzo. Sibiya, who had been living in a Basotho hostel, moved out following 3 separate shooting incidents. He went to live with his uncle at Vusumuzi section in Tembisa. On October 26, Sibiya was formally charged with the murder of Senzo. Last month, Sibiya and Tanzim Nube Mapisa and Duli appeared in the Boksburg Magistrate Court on charges of murder and robbery with aggravating circumstances, which is the case that we're talking about, the case of Senzo, which we are saying, when it comes to that case, our problem is that we haven't found any substantial evidence that really will convince everybody to say, yeah, the evidence is indeed linking them to that. But then let's talk about how he ended up at Vusumuzi section in Tembisa. It is like he lived a hostel, Basotho hostel in Vosloorus, simply because of this shooting incident. Hey, you see, when they say when it rains it pour, I think it is what we are seeing here. Things are not looking good for Muzega Sibiya. And why am I saying things are not looking good for Muzega Sibiya? It is because looking at how these things are happening, we are still in the trial within a trial in the Meiwa case. And so since we are in the trial within a trial, look, we are discussing the admissibility of their statement and all the stuff. So these things that are happening outside the Meiwa case, but look, these things that are happening outside the Meiwa case, but they're concerning these people. You understand? Accused number 1, it is denting his image and it is creating a very difficult and it is creating a very serious bad reputation, and it is creating a certain perception that Sibiya wouldn't love. But yeah, what can I say? Remember that we're the subject, or we are the servants of the truth and the truth alone. So if we have read this, we also are indebted to read this as well. So we are obliged to look at the truth and the truth alone. At this particular moment, I am saying things doesn't look good for Sibiya. But am I saying or implying that just because things are not looking good for him, then he's in charge? Look, he's involved in the Meiwa case. No, I'm not one of those who say that just because you are a criminal, then you must face criminal charges for everything. No, I'm not for every crime that we happen to come across, then you must account for that. No, I am saying I need the right person for that particular or that specific crime. That's my belief, right? But then, speaking about my belief, there is a witness that died. That died here, right? Again, there was an article that was released by IOL. Look, it was released by. I can't see who, but okay, it was released on on 16 December, on 16 November 2000 and 2020. It's just written here, IOL reporter with no name. Now, the heading of the article says, "Death of Senzo Meyiwa's witness won in part the trial, the meta trial," right? The death of a witness in Senzo Meyiwa murder investigation is not expected to impact the outcome of the trial. National spokesperson Brigadier Vishnaidu confirmed on Monday that Makeleni, who submitted a statement to the police last year, had died, according to Times Live, right? And then, and then it says that, if he was a key witness, it would have long ago made the arrest, because he gave us a statement last year. According to Makelele's statement did not have a major bearing on the success achieved with the recent arrest made by police. Sunday World reported the weekend that Tabang Mokaleni, who was a student living in Vosloorus 2014, not far from Kelikomalos's mother home, was poisoned last year. Did you just hear that? It is said that this man was poisoned. This occurred a few months after Mokeleni, who is from the Free State, made a deposition into the new investigation, which he allegedly linked the 5 suspects currently charged for the murder of Meyiwa to the scene of crime. Mokeleni allegedly told the police 5 people have showed up at Kelikomalo's mother's house night Meyiwa was shot and killed. Naido told the Sunday World the person who was allegedly killed by poisoning was one of the few people interviewed in connection to the Senzo Meyiwa murder investigation, right? And then he says, "I am not sure how you came to the conclusion that the arrest of the 5 suspects resulted from his statement. Nevertheless, there has been no evidence this far suggesting that his death is anyway related to Senzo Meyiwa murder." Now, there are a number of things here in this article that I think it is quite important for you to note. Number one, this guy was poisoned. Number two, this guy linked all 5 suspects to this whole thing. Now, if that's the case, then it means if that's the case, right, then it means what we've been told by Zandi Khumalo, Kelly Khumalo, Kelly's mother, the MEC or the then MEC of Safety Development, other police, and Tapseng, all of them have lied. Because this person says he saw them at Kelly Khumalo's residential or at Kutlanong section where Senzo Meyiwa was shot. If he saw them there, all of them, his testimony was so contrary to everybody that it will be difficult to believe who is telling the truth and who is not telling the truth. I am going to have to go deeper and look at what was reported then about. I'm going to go deeper and look at what was reported about his death. There is something that we will probably pick up from the newspapers that reported about his death. I am definitely sure we are going to pick up something. So I'm going to have to look into that very carefully. But please pay attention and please do as much investigation or as much research as possible about all the witnesses that are dying in the Meyiwa case. I plead with you, look at their impact, look at their participation in this whole thing. Perhaps it can tell us something. Their statements, their testimonies, what they were going to say in court. We need now to look into things like that and try to investigate things like that with really because man, their death leaves a lot to be desired. There's something that doesn't make sense here. The witnesses that are dying, no, there's something that doesn't make sense. I don't know if you're seeing what I'm saying. But yeah, I will see you guys on the next video. But until that next video, good people, please take care.